everyone, my name is Dominika and I'm the current manager of Perfect World Language School in Pilsen in the Czech Republic. I'd like to welcome you here and start with my topic, which is 3 trickiest mistakes in English. We are going to talk about these mistakes that you might commit or you might make when you are a bit more advanced and you do not make such mistakes like omitting articles and other easy ones anymore. So let's have a look at them and let's try to reset your mind and brain and start using these ones correctly. So the first one I would like to mention is so-called reported speech and time sequence. We are going to talk about what they mean. Reported speech. Okay, so the first one, we have Peter. This is a person who says this one. I will lend you a hand. This is what Peter says. And Mary, enthusiastic about the fact that Peter said he would lend her a hand, comes home and tells her husband, Peter said he would lend us a hand. What most students make a mistake in is that they repeat this will even here, and it's incorrect. Because Peter said, we put it in the past, and then we have to use the reported speech rule, the reported speeches rule, which is will changes into would. And there are other rules for other tenses, of course, as well. So in this case, we just say, Peter said he would lend us a hand. So this is correct. And if there was a different tense here, it would as well be different. Time sequence works very similarly, in a very similar manner. Let's have a look. Someone can say, I thought it will be easy. I thought it will be easy is actually not correct, because I thought in the past that it would be easy. Again, when we say I thought, we have to think about this will, which has to change in would. So the correct form is I thought it would be easy. The same can be in a different kind of case, which is, for example, he claimed that he doesn't know this woman. It's impossible because he claimed in the past that he didn't know that woman. So what you have to change is this one. It's not doesn't anymore because it was in the past. Moreover, this is not this anymore, as it's not here anymore, but it has already been, it has already happened. That's why this changes into that. So the correct form of this sentence is, he claimed that he didn't know that woman. So this is reported speech and time sequence. We have to think about the tense, let's say in the second part of the sentence, when something, what we are reporting or saying is somehow, let's say, postponed to the past. So be careful. The second one, what you should pay attention to is the verb to have. Well, you might think that to have is an easy verb, which, you don't have to solve and there's nothing about it. But there's one thing that students usually make a mistake in, and this is this sentence. My parents don't have a coffee machine at home. My parents don't have a coffee machine at home is not correct. In English, when you want to express that on a particular place, a particular thing, let's say just is existing, so there is a particular thing at a particular place, we do not use the verb to have. Instead of this, we use this kind of phrase, which is the phrase of there is or there are. And the correct form of the first sentence is, there is no coffee machine at my parents' place. There is no coffee maker, there is no coffee maker or machine, it doesn't matter which one you choose, at my parents' place. So instead of have, we use there is. Plus, there's one more thing. In English, we usually do not use at home when we talk about, let's say, a home of a different person than us. So instead of at home, we say at someone's place. All right, the second one shows more of it to us. And it sounds, you have something on your shirt. Your something on your shirt is actually not correct. Instead of having, as you're not possessing this thing on your shirt, but it's just there. So this is a kind of existence. And instead of this one, we say, there is something on your shirt. So there is usually, when talking about a thing existing on a particular place, much more relevant than saying have. Be careful about this one. And now there is the third mistake that you advanced students tend to make, even though you already do not make easy mistakes. And this one is indirect questions. Well, indirect questions are tricky because they might look like questions, but in fact they are no questions. An example, the first sentence sounds, tell me, how can I practice it? Tell me, how can I practice it? Well, this is an indirect question, as if it was direct, I would say, how can I practice it? But when I put tell me at the beginning, or can you tell me, or don't you have any idea, do you happen to know, and so on, I make the whole structure a so-called indirect question, which means that the second part is not a question anymore, and the behavior of it is as if it was a normal sentence. So it means I can't start with a verb, but I must start with a subject. So instead of tell me how can I practice it, we have to say tell me how I can practice it. You can as well see it in the second part or in the second example, which sounds I can't remember what is his name. I can't remember what is his name is incorrect. The second part is not a question. It's a normal kind of sentence. So instead of this, we have to start with a subject and say, I can't remember what his name is. I can't remember what his name is. So the subject comes the first, and then there comes the verb. Be careful, guys, because this one is usually mistaken. All right, I think you have understood everything. Just to sum it up, the first one was reported speech and time sequence. Be careful about this. The second one was have, and instead of this we tend to use there is or there are. And the last one were indirect questions, which we have to pay attention to. I wish you good luck, a lot of love and desire for English, and I will be looking forward to seeing you very soon. Goodbye.